welcome. We are Dave and Sandy Humple. We are presidential diamond leaders with It Works Global, and we are the founders of Wrapping Your Dreams team. And if you're on this webinar tonight, we are so proud to have you here and a member of Wrapping Your Dreams team as we look forward to building our legacies together. Okay, great. Well, we're going to get started. As promised, in tonight's webinar, we're going to talk about how to go diamond. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. So as you know, we love to stress the importance of the steps to success, and we've always taught you how the steps to success tie directly to a Ruby structure, and I'll go over that again today, but I'm going to show you how the steps to success can build you to diamond in 3 steps, and we'll call it 3 phases. So these are the steps to success. Hopefully you can see my cursor. And when you walk through the steps to success, the first thing is to purchase your business builder kit. You've got to join the party. You've got to make the decision to change your life, to do something different. You know, all too often I hear in this business is I don't have enough time and times are so tight and all this other stuff. And, you know, I simply say to them, but if you don't change something, it's not going to change for you. You're going to be in the exact same position that you were last year, and you're going to be in that exact same position a year from now. So for those of you on the webinar tonight, congratulations for taking that step, for joining the party. You've got to set up your ADBV autoship. In my mind, if you don't have an ADBV autoship set, you're simply just not in business. It's your insurance policy to make sure that you get your commissions. It ensures that you're getting product. And for me, if you don't have an autoship set, what that means is you're not getting product in on a regular basis. And that tells me 2 things. Number 1, you're not a product of the product. You're not using the products. And number 2, you're not out wrapping people, because if you were, then you would need products. And oh, by the way, if you were out wrapping people, then you would have wrap cash, and then you would actually be making enough money to cover your autoship until your commission started rolling in. So for me, this is a must. This is a necessity, and that's all I'll say about that. But it probably won't be the last time you hear me say it, because for me it's critical. It's the lifeblood of your organization. The next thing is a booster kit. You know, when you join this party, you get 4 wraps in that kit. And really, when you're a new distributor, I want you to use those wraps on yourself, because I want you to be a product of the product. I saw some amazing first wrap results on our team page today, and I think that's so important that you put that wrap on yourself and you take that before and after picture and you share it with your friends and family, because that's going to get their attention. They're going to know it's real because it's coming from you, and then they're going to be interested. And so we're also going to ask you, one of the basic principles of this business is to go out and have parties and wrap people, and you need product to do that. And so they put together these booster packages. They call it a party booster simply because it gives you everything that you would want at a party. It gives you 4 boxes of wraps, which is $400 in retail value. It gives you a box of facials, which is another $100 in retail value. It gives you those greens on the go samples, so you can actually sample them at parties. The defining gel, so they can test it and feel it and see what it's like. It gives you a bottle of Fat Fighter, so you can do your Fat Fighter demonstrations. And then it gives you a bottle of Lifting Lip and Eye Cream, so you can actually sample that. I've seen amazing results where you just put Lifting Lip and Eye Cream on one eye, and within 5 minutes you can tell which eye it was put on, because there'll be a notable difference. I call it like an all-natural facelift, because that's really what it does. So for me, boosting your kit, if you can afford it, I get that not everyone can't, but if you can, I highly recommend it, because, you know, you can't run a hamburger joint without hamburgers, and you can't run a sporting goods store without sporting goods, and you can't run a skinny wrap business without products. So these booster packs are a great way to get your business going. If you can't do the big booster pack, the party booster, then do that mini booster. That's a one-time deal. They cut so much savings off that, or so much money off that, that they only offer it during enrollment, because I think they're losing money on it. So for $149, you get over $300 worth of wraps. And then you get the greens, defining gel, and Fat Fighter. So that's a great deal if that's all you can do financially when you're starting this business. And I understand that. And if you can't do a booster, then, you know, we can get around that. But I just think you're putting yourself, you know, you're trying to start a business with no product, and I think that just puts yourself in a difficult situation. The next step is to go out and get 4 loyal customers within your first 30 days. Some of the things that I'll encourage you to do is go ahead and make that hundreds list. Start contacting your friends and family and talk with your upline about, well, how do I approach them? What do I say? Query the team on Wrapping Your Dreams team and get some feedback on that. Go into the documents section and go to our training page, watch YouTube videos, and learn how to present our products and our opportunity to people. And I wouldn't come up with a staple response. I think it needs to be tailored to each person individually. So the fact of the matter is 30 long days to get 4 loyal customers is very doable. When you do that, the company rewards you with 2 boxes of wraps. Well, there's another $200 worth of wraps that you can go out and sell and put that cash in your pocket. So in my mind, it's a $200 bonus, which is going to allow you to cover your auto ship and order some more products. And then the third step is get 3 friends or family or acquaintances to join this business with you. Find 3 people that want to use the products and make money. And then when you do that and you get those 3 distributors to do steps 1 and 2 in their first 30 days, the company guarantees that you will have made at least $500. Okay, along with your app rewards that you will have earned, along with your fast start bonuses, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So what I'm telling you is it's not by chance these steps of success. They were actually designed on purpose to fit perfectly with this Ruby structure, and I'm going to show you that, how you can go Ruby in 1 or 2 phases, but I'm going to show you more importantly how this ties to build a diamond structure. So we're going to go through this, and as I go through the steps of success, you're going to see how this starts to fill in your chart and how you're going to get the diamond in 3 phases. So, number 1, we're going to purchase that business builder kit. You join the party, you set up your 80 BV qualifying auto ship, and then you boost your kit. Now, you get with your upline, you go to your document section, you read your product information sheets, you watch some videos, you do what you can to get yourself I guess somewhat educated, and I guess I'll preface that to say don't be a failure to start syndrome. Don't continue to study because you don't feel like you're ready and you use it as an excuse to not start, because this business is all about taking action. So spend a day or so familiarizing yourself with the stuff, but the bottom line is I can spend a lifetime studying how to ride a bike. But until I actually get on that bike and pull my feet off the ground, I will never learn how to ride a bike. So at some point, you're going to have to throw yourself into the fire and learn this business. And that's how you're going to learn it, by having the courage to step forward and taking action, even if you're not 100% comfortable. Because if you're waiting till you're 100% comfortable, it's just not going to happen. So let's just assume, you start calling through your hundreds list and you sign your first loyal customer for 110 BV. I pick 110 BV because that's a skinny pack for 80 BV, and then greens on the go for 30 BV, which is really an ideal order for me. That puts them over $125, so they get the free shipping, and you get 110 BV out of it. Okay? And then maybe your sponsor comes up and you set your launch party within 10 days of joining, and you set a date, and then you go out and invite those people, and they show up. Maybe you invite 10 to 12, maybe 5 or 6 show up, and that's great. That's a good turnout, and that's good. But the fact of the matter is that when you have parties, you sign people. So if you want to sign someone every day, have a party every day. Okay? You can't fight history, because I see it time and time again. I had a party. I signed a loyal customer. I signed a distributor. I signed 3 loyal customers. I signed 3 distributors. Whatever it is, the bottom line is when you have parties, you're going to sign people, and the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it, the more people that you're going to bring into this business. So maybe you have your first launch party at your 10-day point, and you sign 2 loyal customers out of that, and that's for 64 BV and 72 BV. Okay, and then maybe in between you start catching back into your hundreds list, or you're out blitzing, introducing this opportunity to people, putting the wrap on people, and you end up signing your 4th loyal customer, and this is all within your first 7 to 10 days, you sign your 4 loyal customers. Okay, so step 2 is done. Now, because of that, you just earned your 2 app rewards, and we'll talk about that in a second, your 2 boxes of free wraps, but more importantly, you are now Fast Start qualified. What does Fast Start qualified mean? That means when you set your ADBV auto ship up and you get 2 loyal customers within your first 30 days, you are now Fast Start qualified, which means every distributor that you bring into this business, they become Fast Start qualified in their first 30 days, you're going to earn a $100 Fast Start bonus. So if you bring 3 distributors into this business and they all become Fast Start qualified within their first 30 days because of your mentorship and guidance and leadership, then you're going to earn at least $300 in Fast Start bonuses in your first month. And I know for Sandy and I, we earned $300 in Fast Start bonuses. I think in our first month we had signed 5 distributors, but by the time the month was up, 3 of them had Fast Started already. Okay, so in combination with that party that you had and running through your hundreds list, you end up signing your first distributor, Karen, and Karen actually mini boosts. And so she's got 60 BV going with her, and notice that she goes right here into my first block of my diamond structure. And then I end up signing Jenny, and Jenny goes in my second block. Now this ruby block right here, notice it's still on your top line. I think just for the way it's designed, it's a little lower, but this is your top line. That's your second distributor. You have 2 distributors on your top line. For every distributor you have on your top line, you actually create a leg. So if you have 2 distributors, you have 2 legs. If you have 3 distributors, you have 3 legs, and so on and so on. And then your third distributor is good old Aunt Tammy. She's interested in the business, and she actually does the party booster because she understands the importance of having product to get her business going. And you sign her, and now you have 3 distributors. So here's what your organization looks like right now. And I'm going to go ahead and click to the next slide. So what happened? You got your 4 LCs, so you earned your 120 in free product. You got 2 applicator rewards, which allowed you to get 2 boxes of wraps for $25 each. Remember, each box of wraps has a $100 retail value. You go out and sell it, you made a $75 profit off each box, which means you just made a $150 bonus for signing 4 loyal customers. Plus your 120 in free product is 4 more boxes of wraps. Okay, so basically by signing 4 loyal customers, you just earned $400 worth of wraps. All you have to do is go out and sell them, and now you have $400 in your pocket. And then you sign 3 distributors. Now that sets you up for the $500 guarantee, and it sets the foundation for Ruby because this is a Ruby chart right here, and you've got 3 distributors across your top line, and now all you need to do is teach these steps to success to these 3 distributors. And then these blocks should be naturally filled by Karen. And then because everyone goes out and gets their loyal customers, everyone builds themselves to at least $400 in sales. See this 400 in group volume? See, when you fill all these blocks with distributors, and then every single distributor has at least $400 in sales in their organization, we call it group volume, then you promote. And so when we look at this, your personal business volume is your personal sales. That's the sales that, you did. Your sales were these 4 loyal customers. That's part of your personal business volume. And then if you want to know what group volume is, you just simply take your personal business volume and you add it to the personal business volume of every single distributor in your downline, and that becomes your group volume. So if you don't have any distributors when you first start out, that's okay. Your group volume is your personal business volume. So the point I'm trying to get across to you all here is simply this. Your goal when you first join this business is to do at least $400 in sales to make yourself a qualified leg. So look at this. The average order is 110, 64, 72, 154. Hey, it all adds up to 400 BV. Okay, you made yourself a qualified leg in someone else's promotion block. And just like you did it for them, you're going to want people to do it for you. Okay? Now your group volume is your personal business volume plus the personal business volume of every DT in your downline. So you would take your personal business volume of 400, you would take the personal business volume of Karen, which was 60, and the personal business volume of Tammy, which was 230, which means your group volume is going to be 690. Notice the difference between personal business volume and group volume. Okay? And when you add all that up, I would guess, based on that performance, that you would be expecting at least a $100 commission check in your first month based off doing what I just showed you. Okay? And that doesn't sound like a lot, but in this company, the way it's designed, you have to make $100 before you can make $1,000. You have to make $1,000 before you can make $10,000. And you have to make $10,000 before you can make $100,000. That's just the nature of this business, because our company grows through it grows exponentially through geometric progression. The bigger it gets, the faster it goes, the bigger the checks jump each time. And so, like I said, because your group volume is greater than 400, you're now a qualified leg. Now, I'm going to get a little real here, and if I offend you or if I hit a sore spot, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'm going to say some things tonight that, hit a little close to home for Sandy and I, okay, because we're not perfect at this business either, and we have things that we need to work on. But I really sat down long and hard and thought about what does it take to be successful at this business. And I'm going to tell you tonight, okay, the founding principle of this business is simply this. You have to get the rap on people. When you're getting the rap on people, that means you're introducing it to people. That means you're talking to people. That means you're getting off the computer and face-to-face with people. That means you're building relationships. Okay, that means you're putting cash in your pocket. That means you're gaining customers. If you're not getting the rap on people, chances are your business probably isn't growing. Okay, how do we get the rap on people? Through three main activities. Number one, we blitz, we rap, and we repeat. And what that simply means is go out and let people know you're in business. People are not going to knock on your door and say, hey, do you sell skinny wraps? Okay? That's why companies spend so many millions of dollars on advertising, because they've got to get the word out there. And they know the more people they reach, the more sales they're going to do. And remember what I told you, the difference between a network marketing company and a regular company is simply this. Network marketing company said, you know what? I'm not going to spend all that millions upon millions of dollars on advertising. Instead, I'm going to pay it out in commissions to distributors to go out and advertise for me via word of mouth. Okay? That's the whole concept behind blitz, rap, repeat. You've got to get out there and advertise this company via word of mouth. The next thing I'll say is you have to be a product of the product. Okay, it's like me trying to recommend a movie, tell you how great a movie is, how you have to go see this movie is going to change your life, and yet I've never seen the movie. I'm going to tell you how to go to a restaurant and how great the food is, and the atmosphere is so awesome, and you're just going to love it, and you have to go to this restaurant, and yet I've never been to the restaurant. That doesn't make sense. And that same principle holds true to whatever business you're in. If you want to be successful in this crazy rap business, you've got to be using the products yourself. It's only through that passion that you develop through the experiences that you have and the results that you see and the testimonies that you get through your personal use that people are going to believe you and trust you. Because if you've ever been to a car salesman and he's telling you how great this car is, but he's never driven one, you know it. And I don't want to talk to that guy. I want to talk to the guy who's driven this car, knows about this car, and is passionate about this car, not the guy that's trying to collect a paycheck. But the guy that maybe he's trying to get a paycheck, but he's so passionate about this car, he wants me to have it because he knows I'm going to love it. And I want you to have these products because I know you're going to love it, but I'll never know that until I try them. And then the next thing that we can do to get the rap on people is to party, party, party. I mean, I've said it already today. I've said it time and time again. Every time you have a party, you bring new customers and distributors into this business. So why aren't you putting all your efforts into partying every single day? Because when you have parties, what are you doing? You're getting the rap on people. You got their attention for an hour. You get to present this opportunity, and the fact of the matter is people are interested in this opportunity. People are interested in our products. And if you can get their undivided attention where they're not distracted by life's events and you got them for an hour, take advantage of it, because if you do, you're going to bring loyal customers and distributors in your organization. I guarantee it. You want to complete your steps to success? Have at least 4 parties in the next month. You want to do it twice? Have at least 8. Want to build a whole diamond structure in 1 month, like the lady I told you about a few weeks ago? Have 25 parties. Okay, here's the deal. If you want to be successful in this business, you have to get your new DTs to launch. Okay, when a distributor, and I'm talking to a whole bunch of you on this webinar tonight, when a distributor comes into this business, they are scared. They doubt themselves. They doubt the opportunity. They're overwhelmed with the information. They don't even know where to start. And until you help them get started, they won't. Okay? You have to grab them by the hand and help them one-on-one, face-to-face, to launch this business the way you're supposed to launch this business. And how is that? Okay? I want you to sit down with them and create their hundreds list with them. Face-to-face. I want you to set a meeting. This is a business. Set a meeting, sit down, and create that list. Okay? I want you to get with them and pick a date and set a launch party date within 10 days of signing. Because you want them to have that party because they're going to sign people, and then they experience immediate success, and they catch that fever of how exciting it is to actually bring someone into this business, and then they're on fire. But if you just tag them in a post on Facebook and say, well, go do what this post says. I don't remember what the post says because I haven't read it in 6 months. Chances are they're not going to. Okay, take the time to invest. I'd rather you spend a week invested in one distributor getting them started than working this business, bringing new people into this business. Because that one distributor started properly will do 10 times as much as you can in 1 week over the next month. Okay? Do their invites for them. Help them invite their guests to their party. Help them set a Facebook event up. Help them talk it up on the Facebook event to get the attendees excited. Help them follow up the day before to make sure the attendees get there. Do what it takes. Grab them by the hand and do it. Go through the product information sheets with them and teach them the products. Okay? Help them call through their hundreds list and tell them what to say. Talk about it. Give them some ideas on what to say. And then go out there and sit there with them while they call them. And then give them constructive criticism so they get better and better and better. Now, if you're not being a product of the product, you're not out blitzing, you're not out rapping, repeating, you're not out having parties, you're not going through your hundreds list, constantly revising and growing your hundreds list, okay, I'm going to guess you right now are scared and you are overwhelmed and you don't know where to start. Maybe you've been in this business 6 months, maybe you've been in this business a year. Okay? If you want to be successful in this business, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to get over yourself. You're going to have to do it. Okay? The people that are successful in this businesses, the ambassadors, the presidentials, the triple diamonds, they're the ones that are out doing that. They're getting the rap on people. They're blitzing, they're rapping, they're repeating, they're partying. Okay? And so if you want to be successful, you're going to have to do it too. Until you learn how to do it, you're never going to be able to help others do it. Because I bet you want to go out and do what I'm saying. You're saying, I want to go help my new distributor. I'm going to walk them through creating a hundreds list, but I've never done it myself. I'm going to help them call the people on their hundreds list, but gosh, I don't even know where to begin on a phone call. I'm going to help them set their launch party and do their first party, but I've never done a party myself. And if that's the situation that you find yourself in, you're never going to be able to create a self-duplicating system. Accordingly, your business is never going to grow. Okay? I think all too often as people sign into network marketing, they have a list of 5 people in the head that they're going to call. They just know those 5 people are going to sign. And then those 5 people are going to do all the things that they're not willing to do, and they're going to get rich. And what I'm telling you is it's just not going to happen like that. You're not going to get lucky like that. That's not what this business is about. You have to do it yourself. You have to be. You have to lead by example. You got to lead the charge. The people you bring into this business will follow your lead, good or bad. That is just a fact of the nature of the business. So you have to decide now that you're going to be the leader. You're going to lead by example. You're going to set the example, and you're going to grab each and every one of your distributors by the hand and show them how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it yet, then go learn. You go grab your upline, and if your upline doesn't know how to do it, then you go grab their upline. And you keep going up till you find someone that knows how to do it and is going to teach you how to do it. That's when your business is going to start to grow. When you can take this business and you can teach it to your downline, and then you can teach your downline to teach theirs. Now you have that self-duplicating system. Now you're growing at exponential rates. Now you're starting to realize the potential and success of this business. Now you're the presidential or you're the ambassador sitting up on stage, because that is what it takes, and that's what every successful person in this business is doing. And that's what you're going to have to do. I know I'm getting real. I know I'm being harsh, and I'm sorry, but I want you to be successful. I want you to make more money than you could ever dream of. Okay, so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you what it takes, and this is it. Leading by example. Doing the things you know you're supposed to do but are too scared to do it. So instead you're telling your downline to do it, but you're not doing it yourself. And I'm telling you, until you do it, you can't expect anyone else to do it, and they won't. So we're going to get back to these steps to success because we said, okay, I did the steps to success once, now what do I do? Okay, I'll tell you what you do. You do it again, and you teach your 3 new distributors to do it, and you help them get started. Okay? So then, here's your existing 3 distributors that were in your diamond structure already. And then because you taught Karen so well, she signed her 3 distributors. And she also got her 4 loyal customers, so now her volume's growing. And Karen's going to turn around and teach Brandy, Susie, and Miranda how to get themselves over $400 in sales and go out 3 distributors. And then Jenny, because you're such a good leader and you grabbed them by the hand, Jenny did it. And then guess what? You did it again. Now look at your structure after 2 rounds of steps to success. Now we said we teach all 3 people to do it. I'm only talking about Jenny and Karen. Maybe Tammy did it also. Maybe you're growing faster than the norm. This is what it takes to fill in a diamond structure, though, so that's all I'm talking about. Hopefully Tammy's signing her 3 distributors and then some. Okay? And then you get your 4 loyal customers, which means you just added another 400 in volume to your personal business volume. And this is where you are after round 2 of your steps to success. Now, if you don't teach the steps to success to Karen and Jenny and Tammy, this probably isn't where you're going to be. And chances are, if you don't learn it yourself, then you're not even going to be here with Karen, Jenny, and Tammy. Hopefully you are. But if you do that, then guess what? Because you taught those steps to success, because Karen, Jenny, and Tammy all got their 4 loyal customers, you got $300 in Fast Start bonuses. You just earned the $500 guarantee. And you just promoted to Ruby, and you're well on your way to Emerald, because you taught them all to do it, so they all went out and got their $400 in sales. So your personal business volume was a $400 you had from last month, and then you added, I don't know, I guess I calculated 285. So now you're at 685 personal business volume, and then you take your personal business volume and you add the personal business volume of your 3 distributors. Well, since they all got their 4 loyal customers and a couple distributors, they're probably all around 400. So now your volume's around 1,885 in volume after your 2nd round of steps to success. From this, I would expect a $220 paycheck. But let's not forget your $300 in Fast Start bonuses, which means you got over $520 in commissions and bonuses from the company in your 2nd round of steps to success. Not to mention, if you're doing this, you've probably wrapped a whole bunch of people and you've put a whole bunch of cash in your pocket. That kind of cash that can pay that electric bill that you're not used to, that you're normally late on, or maybe a couple extra nights out at dinner, or maybe it means a Christmas for your family like they've never had before. I don't know what it means for you, but what I'm telling you is you have the ability to put a lot of money in your pocket in 1 month in this business. When Sandy and I joined this business, after our first month, we had signed 5 distributors. 3 of them had fast started already, so we got $300 in fast start bonuses. Our first commission check was $330, and we put over $600 in wrap cash in our pocket. Add that all up, we made over $1,200 in our first month. And Sandy didn't have any special education in this. I didn't have any special education. Okay? We're no different than you. And if we can do it, you can do it too, I have no doubt, and I want you to do it. If you put $1,200 in your pocket from this business, I know you're in it for life at that point. So, now what? What do we do now? It's simple. You do it again. Teach your 3 new DTs to do it. This is the key. You must do it yourself. You have to teach your downline to do it, and then you got to teach your downline to teach their downline. Now you have that self-duplicating system that will explode your business. How do people get to ambassador in 6, 7 months? They do exactly this. So we're going to do it again. Here we are with your existing structure after your second round. You got your loyal customers again. And then here's all the existing people. And then guess what? Brandy, because Karen taught Brandy, because you told Karen you got to teach Brandy and do for Brandy the same things that I did for you, you got to go do it for her. And she did. So Brandy now got a fast start. And she's experiencing immediate success. So she's on fire and she's in it. She signs her 3 distributors. And she taught Susie, and Susie signs her 3 distributors. And she taught Marie. She taught Jenny, who taught Marie. Well, I guess I'm out of order here. Okay, that's actually Karen signing those 3 distributors. Okay, that came from Karen because she could put them anywhere in her downline. And then Marie signs hers, and guess what? You're going to sign one and drop it right down now. Now, you're really going to sign 3. I don't care what you do with the other 2. Whoops. Okay, but you need to drop down one there. So this is something that I want to share with you. If you don't know, if you sign a distributor, you can move it anywhere in your downline. You can move it anywhere in your organization. So even though you're way up here, you can actually sign a distributor and move it under Lucy. So if this is the last distributor you need to complete structure for Diamond, you can do it. You can take loyal customers and you can move them anywhere in your organization to build volume. Maybe you got this entire Diamond structure filled and everybody has $400 in sales except for Rachel. Rachel's at like 320 in volume, and she needs one more loyal customer to get over 400 to promote Susie to Ruby, Emerald, or Karen to Emerald, and you to Diamond. You can sign that loyal customer and you can move it under Rachel. So now all of a sudden her sales go over 400 and everyone promotes. You can do the same thing with orders. Maybe you can't find a loyal customer and it's the last day of the month and she needs 80 BV to get over 400 and then everyone promotes. You can place an 80 BV order and you can move it to Rachel to put her over 400. Now that's pretty cool because this is an ideal world, but maybe one person in the structure didn't quite get it. That's okay. You can work it out. So now where are you after 3 rounds of steps to success? Well, you just earned another $300 in fast start bonuses. You're now Emerald and you're on the verge of Diamond. All you got to do is close out the volume. The structure's there. Your personal business volume was 685 from the last round, plus these 4 new loyal customers that you got. Now you got 1,000 in BV from in personal business volume from 3 rounds of steps to success. And then those original 3 distributors, they got $400 more in sales. So now their personal business volume is around 800. And then all the new distributors that you and them brought in are at 400 because you taught them the steps of success. After 3 rounds, you're at over 7,000 in volume. That's the volume about right there that everyone starts going diamond. And from that, I would expect a commission check of about $762. And I didn't make that up. That's actually calculation. $762 based on that volume. And your $300 in fast start bonuses means you just made over $1,000. And your third round, now all you got to do is push, get that, close out that volume because you got the structure, and you go diamond. That's how important these steps of success are. That's how important it is to teach it to your downline. Okay, round 1, 3 DTs added. This is in an ideal world, okay? In an ideal world, and I won't go through the whole thing, you would have over 64 distributors. If you did your steps of success and everyone did it after that, after 3 rounds, you would have 64 distributors in your organization. And yet you only need 24 to make a diamond structure. So you're saying, yeah, that's great. Not everyone does their steps of success. Well, what I'm telling you is not everyone has to. 24 is about 1/3 of 64. You only need 1/3 production. Only 1/3 of the people got to get their steps of success done to make this happen. And you want to change a percentage of how many people actually get it done, change the way you mentor and lead your distributors that you bring into this business. Instead of asking them to do something that you haven't done or not willing to do yourself, go out and do it, lead by example, and then grab them by the hand and take them with you and show them how to do it. This is an ideal world, but that's not what it takes. It takes about 1/3 of an ideal world to go diamond. See, people think it's so impossible to go diamond, and yeah, I'm not going to get the good bonus. I'm not going to go diamond. Thousands of people in this company have done it. Now look, I said in 3 rounds. Why didn't I say 3 months? That's a good question, right? Make diamond in 3 months. Because people have done this in a month. They've done those 3 rounds of steps of success in a month. See, if I sign 3, or if I join this business, and within a week, I get my steps of success done, and that's possible, right? What if I, on day 1, created my hundreds list, and I went through my hundreds list one at a time, and I contacted every single person in a week? I bet I'd have my steps of success done. And if I don't have them yet, fine, because at the end of that week, I've got my launch party, and I'll complete it by then. And then those people I bring into the business, I teach them to do the same thing, and then they get it done in a week. And then here I am 2 weeks into it, and I've got 2 rounds of steps of success complete. And then they teach their new distributors to do it in a week. And here I am at 3 weeks or a month, and I've got my diamond structure complete, and I'm closing out volume. It can be done. It's been done numerous times in this company. So I didn't say 3 months. I said 3 rounds. How fast you want to complete those rounds and get that steps of success done is up to you. You get to decide how fast you build this. You get to decide how big you built it. You get to decide how much effort you want to put into this. For many of you, the commissions that you would get, average earnings, average earnings, where am I at? Okay, $1,910 a month. For many of you, that would replace your income and allow you to quit and stay home. But you got to give it your all. You can make this what you want to get. And what I'll tell you is the faster you go, the better it's going to be, because you create a buzz, you create an excitement, you create a momentum, and things skyrocket. Okay, as Eric Worre says, slow is not the right way to go, because you sign one person and they kind of feel left alone and they don't know where to begin. And then 3 months later, they quit because they didn't really have anyone to relate with. And then you bring another person in, and you wait 3 months to bring another person in. But when you bring a whole bunch of people in at a time, they feel connected to each other and they feed off each other, that frenzy. So slow is not fast necessarily. Slow does not win the race all the time. Sometimes you need to go fast, and the time is now. See, I kind of had an aha moment the other day that I shared with Sandy, and we got Brandy Doyle on this team. And you hear words like this is a slow time. I don't know that it's a slow time. The interest level isn't down. It's just that you get distracted and your interest level is down, so you call it the slow time because there's still plenty of people out there that are promoting during these slow months. Okay, there's still plenty of people that are growing their business during these months, this time of the year. And I think of Brandy Doyle last year at this time, who went diamond, I think in October or November. And then I looked what happened to her in the springtime during busy season. She exploded. She went from like 10,000 in volume to like 70 or 80,000 in volume in a matter of months. See, the bigger you go into January, the bigger you are when you go in a conference, the bigger your organization is. The more momentum you have, the more excitement you have on your team. The bigger you hit into January, the bigger you're going to explode. So what I'm telling you is you're like, well, I'm just going to wait till January for the busy season to hit. And that's a waste of time. You need to hit it hard now and get as big as you can, as fast as you can. Because the bigger you are, the bigger the exponential jump is going to be January through May or June. Okay? And I was thinking about her the other day, I'm like, well, gosh darn, she's one of those people that actually went diamond during the quote-unquote slow months. And thankfully she did, because I will attribute that to her exploding in January. And it can be you. Right now, it's mid-November. You got a month and a half. I just showed you could do this in a matter of weeks if you wanted. If you're willing to commit the time and put in the effort. It's hard. Gosh, that's hard work. I got to go out and I got to get my own steps to success done, and I got to build my own business. Then I got to go out and hold all my new distributors' hands and get them jump-started. Yes. This is not a get-rich-easy scheme. It's a get-rich scheme, no doubt. But it's not a get-rich-easy scheme. This takes commitment. It takes consistency. It takes work. So this is what it takes. It takes 24 distributors. All of them have to be at 400 except for the ones in promotion blocks because they're at 400 in group volume. Remember, a distributor's group volume is their personal business volume plus the personal business volume of everyone below them, which means this distributor's group volume is 880. So they don't have to be at 400 in PBV, 80, 80. So everybody in a promotion block, and what I say is, of course, we want them to be at 400 because they should have done that when they signed their 4 loyal customers when they joined this business. But more importantly, I put that 80 in that block simply to say, if you're in a promotion block, you have to be commission qualified to promote because you can't promote without it. So I put 80 in there to represent that 80 BV autoship. And notice it's on every promotion block, and everyone else needs at least $400 in sales in their organization. Now I'm going to give you some advice of how to build this chart. And this is how we built it. These are the things that we did, and so I'm giving it to you. Number one, I'm going to tell you to build your organization from the top down evenly on both sides. Okay? Let's just say I've got 3 distributors across my top line, 1, 2, and 3. And then this Emerald, you know, they have all this filled out, and they need block 24 filled. Why would I fill block 24 before I fill my top line? Because guess who's the only person that can put distributors on your top line? You. Okay, who can fill this block? Well, this executive can, this distributor can, this Ruby can, this Emerald can, and you can. So the lower you get on your structure, the more people can fill that block, which is why I say fill it from the top down. And I'll also tell you to build it evenly. You got 5 distributors across your top line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't put 4 across your Emerald's top line first and then start building your Ruby. What if you went 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all of a sudden this ruby just gets serious, sees the power in this company, and takes off. Now you didn't just waste all that time on your emerald, just switch them. Make this your emerald and make that your ruby. But had you spent all that time building this side and ignoring this side, it would have been wasted effort. That's why I say build it evenly. So you can take notes on this, but just notice how I alternated. Okay, first I filled my top line. I got 5 working distributors. And then I went 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Build it from the top down. Build it evenly side to side. Okay? And the same thing goes when you're putting distributors in blocks. And I'll tell you, you come up with a plan and you stick with it. The worst thing you do is come up with a plan and then switch strategies midway through. Because then everything you did up to that point was kind of a waste if you're not going to utilize it. So you come up with a plan and you stick to it. So people often ask me, well, I just signed a distributor. Where do I put my distributor? Okay, don't you have a chart like this with a plan that's filled out already? Because I know when I sign a distributor, I'm going to the first lowest number I find on this chart. If this ruby signs a distributor, they're going to go to the first lowest number they find in their downline, and so on and so on. And if this emerald signs one, they're going to go to the next lowest number in their downline. So there's no question. It takes the guesswork out. I know exactly where to put them. So just like filling the blocks with distributors, I'm going to tell you to fill volume also. Okay? Maybe you sign distributor number 5. Everyone's growing here. This is all working out. They're all over 400, but distributor 5 is struggling, and distributor 24 is struggling. I'm going to sign a loyal customer. Should I put it under distributor 5 or 24? Remember, distributor 24 can do it. Distributor 14 can do it. Distributor 8 can do it. Distributor 1 can do it. Only you can put in block 5. So you got to build your volume from the top down also, accordingly filling volume from side to side. Now I'm going to show you something, and this is so important. Okay? First of all, if you plan on promoting to diamond, you better have an emerald that knows they're going emerald and agrees that they're going emerald and is working towards emerald. All too often I hear people say, I'm going diamond, but they don't have anyone committed in the organization to fill that emerald spot or to fill that ruby spot. So they think they're going to go diamond all on their own, and it's not going to happen. You got to get a team that is building with you. I'm going to show you something very neat. Check this out. You build this organization. Let's just say you as a person going diamond, you make yourself responsible to get distributor 3, 4, and 5 to 400. Your emerald takes responsibility to get distributors 10 and 12 to 400. Your ruby takes responsibility to get distributors 16 and 18 to 400. And your executive takes responsibility to get these 2 legs to 400. And the same applies here. This ruby does 9 and 11. This executive does 19 and 20. That means everyone in this organization is responsible for getting 2 legs to 400 volume. You can do that yourself. And you, as a person going diamond who has the most to gain, you're going to take on 3 legs. And if you get this emerald's buy-in and this ruby's buy-in, then they're going to be down for that. Yes, you're right. I got that handled. You don't even worry about it. Okay? I will make sure that those 2 legs are at 400. Hey, distributor number 8, can you get distributor 16 and 18 to 400? You betcha. I'll take responsibility for that. Distributor 14, you're promoting to executive this month. I need you to get these 2 legs to 400. Yes, I can. And when you have everyone's buy-in like that, it all goes together and everyone promotes and everyone's happy. But if you're sitting up here at the top yelling, I'm going diamond, but none of these people are on board with you, you're going to struggle. So you got to get their buy-in. You know what Sandy and I did, and we've done it successfully numerous times to build diamond legs is this. We created a team message where I set the expectations, where I said, distributor Tammy, you're going emerald. You're responsible to get these legs to 400. Marie, you're going ruby. You're responsible to get these legs. This is what you need. You need 2 more distributors and you need these 2 legs at 400. And I set out everything that's required for them to promote to the ranks that they're promoting to. And I get their buy-in. And then I tell them, anytime you sign anyone, place an order, or bring in a distributor, place an order, or sign a loyal customer, let me know so we can make sure that we don't make any mistakes and it goes exactly where it needs to go. It's that kind of team coordination and that combined buy-in that's going to get you to diamond, so you don't have to do it on your own. So everybody does it as a team. And when you do that, guess what? The next month the emerald's going to go diamond because you taught them how. And the ruby's going to go emerald because you taught them how, because they're going to follow your lead because you're leading by example. And next thing you know, you're double diamond and you didn't even do anything. That's probably the easiest jump there is. And I'll tell you, when you hit double diamond, that's where your big generation bonuses start to kick in, and that's where the real money starts to kick in. There we go. I talked about it. Everyone responsible to take care of their 400 legs. Okay? And be prepared to change the chart based on production. Hey, if this ruby is outperforming this emerald, you just simply switch them. Okay? Now, Distributor 2, I'm expecting you to be the emerald. You're so on fire, girl, you need to go get this. Race me to diamond. Come on, get some. That's what it takes. You do that, look, 3 rounds of steps to success can put you right here. And how many of you would that change your life for? Okay? And for many of you, if you get to the rank of diamond before the end of the month, you can earn that $10,000 good bonus. You get to double diamond, I think it's 15, and triple diamond's 25, and presidential's 50, and so on and so on. You can make amazing things happen in the next month and a half. And you want to, because the bigger you are going into January, the bigger you're going to explode. Now, I want to share one last thing with you tonight, and it's these charts. And I don't know if you all saw these or not, but I want to share them again. This first chart, I'm a geek, and I punched some numbers into Excel, and I made up these fancy charts, messing with a couple different factors. So here's what I did on the first one. I said, hey, let's assume you do your steps to success every single month. And after the 4th month, 30% of your team starts to go away. But out of your existing distributors, you're getting 20% production, which means you're getting 20% of those steps to success done out of your team. If you lead by example and get them done every month, and you get 20% of your team to do it, and even though you're losing 30% a month because, hey, that's typical in network marketing. People think they're going to come in and sign a couple and get rich and do nothing, but that's not how it works. So this is typical. At the end of 1 year, you would have about, I don't know, it looks about 80 or 90 distributors, about 275 loyal customers, and you'd be making about $2,300 a month, which is about $28,000 to $30,000 a year. Now, if you did your steps of success your first month and then you did nothing after that because you thought you were going to sign a few and you were going to sit back and get rich, okay, you can expect your loss rate to go up to 40% after the 4th month because, number one, you're not helping anyone. They're scared and lost and they don't know where to start. Number two, your team is going to follow your lead. So if you're not doing anything, neither will they. So maybe now you're getting, so your production goes way down. Maybe you're getting 10% of your steps to success done. Okay, you can watch your organization plummet right down to 0. Now, let's adjust those numbers a little bit. What if you did your steps to success every month? You had that 30% loss rate after your 4th month, just like in the first example, but you increased your production to 30% on your steps to success. because you stressed the steps to success, because you grabbed your new distributors by the hand and you started them and you showed them immediate success and you taught them to teach, and that's what you concentrate on because you're a leader and you're a business owner. Just going from 20% to 30%, that slight adjustment and getting those steps to success done, after 1 year, you would have about 400 distributors, about 1,600 loyal customers, and you'd be making about $12,600 a month, about $151,000 a year. After 1 year. Well, guess what? When you start doing your steps of success done, and you start stressing the steps of success, and you grab your new distributors by the hand, and you help them get started, you show them and do with them. Don't tell them what to do. Do with them what needs to be done to get their business off the ground and started, and they experience success. Guess what happens to your loss rate? It starts to drop. So when your loss rate drops because everyone's making money and your production stays the same, look at how your business skyrockets in 1 year. Over 1,000 distributors, over 5,000 loyal customers. You're making $39,000, $40,000 a month, close to $500,000 per year. And it's all based off getting your distributors jump-started, getting those steps to success done, and teaching your team to do the same. And with that being said, good night, everyone. Happy wrapping.